What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio. How's everybody doing? We got the intro and everything that I did not do today. Why? Because I'm by myself. So I can give you guys the intro. Let's try it out.
You think people are really going to watch this?
They ain't got nothing else to do.
Right?
Word.
I ain't going on social media talking shit about TDS Radio. I know that much.
My man, Coach Block.
What's up, cuz? How we living?
You're rocking with TDS Radio.
Get it, Kim. All right. She got a vision, and she wants us to execute this vision.
Ooh, man. That's what TDS is about today.
Ken and Kim are the two dopest siblings that I know.
All right, man. You ready?
Am I ready? Are they ready?
Nigga.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Coach Block, one half of TDS Radio. As you can see, my other half is not here. Her day job called, whatever that is, because like I told you, I don't even know what she does. I don't think she knows what she does. Pablo Escobar makes a call. Next thing you know, she's gone. And so you're rocking with your boy today by himself. On the second shift, first shift is done. I don't even know. Matter of fact, I just want to do this and have fun. They may cut this off later on after. I really don't care. But at the end of the day, this is important to me. School is
Probably A minor.
over. So,
Like
hey,
us.
it's over.
They not like us.
School is
like
over
us.
for your boy.
They not like
They
us.
not like
They
us.
not like
Teachers,
us.
there's they not like us. We are done dealing with other people's kids for a couple months. Woo! Man, does it feel good. It feels great for it to be over, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it just feels good to be. Let me just vibe. Oh, I don't care if they cut it off. I'm just vibing because it's over. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We made it. Everybody who's at Corinth Holders High School, we made it. Now we get a chance to get a break and recover. Thank you, Lord. So today is definitely a feel good, feel great type of day. I don't care if they later on they take this down. Who cares? It felt great. Felt great. There we go. So how y'all feeling today? And let me know in the comment section how you feeling. I got a quick show for you guys. It's not going to be very, very, very long. It's pretty much we're just gonna go over a couple things. Like I said, how can we not celebrate the fact that school for me is over? Hey, school is over. Hey, they're not like us. Teachers, they're not like us. People don't understand. They're not like us. They're not like us. They're not like us. Hey, I had to do it. I had to do it because people don't understand what we go through dealing with other people's kids for such a long period of time throughout a school year. I promise you. I'm just happy that it's over and, we get to rest and recharge. And don't be tired. Truth is, I'm tired. Don't be tired. Get you some rest. I don't know how you're going to do it, but just get you some rest because we have been talking about that in the show. If you didn't get a chance to watch yesterday's show, Auntie V came in and showed up and showed out and given us her medical expertise. She's been in the medical field for over 32 years about how important it is that we actually rest and relax, right? So, and we said that, and the next thing you know, Sofab Kim has to get on a plane and go somewhere because of her job. You know what I mean? It's just everything is a constant hustle, constant grind. And Lord knows, if you add in them cheering, Them children take you to another level. So let's work on, getting that rest. And fellas, when you're tuning in and everything, just know that this month, starting next week, we are going to have multiple ways that we can learn how to chill and get our mind right, because June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So what that means is for TDS, we will have James Perkins, who is a therapist, that will be coming in and doing a 3-part session about closing the tabs, which is huge. Then we will have a motivational speaker come in who will be talking to us about, just different tactics and ways that we can shut down, get our mind clear, get out the clutter, and start to work on our body and our mind. Then we'll also have some attorneys too. One will be talking about divorce law, and then the other one will be talking about child custody and knowing your rights. Not everybody knows their rights. Everybody kind of gets a little intimidated when it comes down to understanding that, as a father, you have rights too. And so this is not a beat bash women month at all. This is a strengthen men and educate men so we can stop being angry on podcasts, because I'm tired of that too. So what we're trying to do is negate the negative imagery of what we see on podcast with brothers just downing women because they haven't healed themselves. So we're looking for brothers to heal. That deserves a round of applause. I don't know if we're even where a round of applause is at, but it deserves one, and we don't have one. Education is definitely the key. Our goal is to educate, the men so that they know what they can do. You're angry because you don't know. and that is speaking from experience, right? You're angry because you have no idea what it is that you can do. The moment you learn what you can do and how you can maneuver, there's no reason to stress and be angry anymore. This is the parameters that you got, and this is how you work it out. So for my dads and my husbands that are out there, men doing the thing, tune in. I will have the list come out. So follow us on TDS Radio so that you can see everything that we have coming up for Men's Month starting next week. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think the speakers that we have and the interviews that we have coming up are going to be pretty darn strong. So with that being said, let's move into what we always move into, and that is our birthdays. And we have some very important birthdays. I don't have a lot, but I do have some important ones. One is Heather Kratz. Happy birthday. Then I have my stepfather, who is celebrating his 61st birthday, which congratulations to you, Daryl Lumpkins. And then I have my cousin, Stephanie Feet, who is celebrating her 67th birthday. So super big birthdays. I'm glad everybody is alive and well and able to enjoy their birthday. And so with that being said, without further ado, you know what time it is. It's the happy birthday song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Well, you look good. You look good. You look fine. You look fine. We hope you have a good time. Happy birthday to you. Hey, happy birthday to you. Yeah.
And as the saying goes, continue to live your life in a way that makes every day worth celebrating. From, unfortunately, it's not the Sibs today. It's just me, the Sib. The other one, I'm sure she would give everybody happy birthdays as well, but she's not here with us. Pablo Escobar had to call. So we're going to roll right into some entertainment news, because I promise you I got some crazy foolishness to talk about. I'm not as good as Kim, but I think I found some stuff here to talk about. Let's go into entertainment news. My first story up is called "Get Your Goddamn Hands Off Me," and I'm not saying God, so I don't want anybody to get offended. I'm saying get your goddamn hands off me. If you guys are not aware, there was a gentleman, a superintendent, I'm sorry, who was actually grabbed by a father during a graduation ceremony. White man comes out of the stands and grabs the black superintendent and says to him, I don't want him touching my daughter. And if you haven't seen the video, I do have the video for you. So, tell me what you think about this video. 1 second and back.
Oh, excuse me. Where's Brandon?
Man, you better get up off
Where's
me,
Brandon?
man.
Where's Brandon?
Get away from me, bro.
No,
Hey, go, man.
You gotta go. I will get off. Out right now. I don't care. Get off the stage right now. Get off. That way, Michael. No. Where's Brendan? Who's that?
Brendan's
Okay. Who's up?
So as you can see, this video went on and they went backstage and things were going on back there. So let me give you a little bit of the backstory of what was happening at that time. A Wisconsin father was caught on camera shoving aside a school administrator to stop him from shaking hands with his daughter during the graduation. An incident some are saying appears to be racially charged. That's my daughter, the father, who is white, was heard saying as he leaped to the graduation stage and shoved Barabo School District Superintendent Rainey. His name is Rainey Briggs. I don't want her touching him. The father continued in the footage as he pushed Briggs aside just moments before his daughter was to shake hands with her after receiving her diploma. Briggs was heard telling the father to take his hands off of him while the daughter and others were on stage. Everybody looked alarmed and confused. Absolutely right. The father was escorted out of the building and was later charged with disorderly conduct, according to the Milwaukee Journal. It remains unclear as to what brought this incident. Quote, "No one should have to endure this type of gross and racist conduct," wrote Wisconsin State Representative Francisca Hung in an X post, Twitter, of course, after the footage was released. And Dr. Briggs is an excellent superintendent who cares deeply about the well-being of all students in the district. Briggs and other members of the school board have been at the center of controversy in recent weeks, according to the Journal Sentinel, with his name being lumped alongside for board president Kevin Vodka to be removed over accusations that they abused his power to raise administration salary. I don't think that has anything to do with it, but Vodka said that on stage during the ceremony, even the daughter was a little shook and she was ready to shake hands while the father targeted Briggs. The school board has not commented on what motivated the incident, but said that the statement that there was no place for this threatening, intimidating, or physical behavior against the district community official. But this school has had other issues. Barbara, or I don't know how you say it, Baraboo High School was previously the center of a racial controversy in 2018 when a group of then students were photographed giving the Nazi salute during a prom photo shoot, while a boy in the front row also flashed an OK sign, which has become associated with the white power groups, which yeah, once again, this is crazy. Keep your hands to yourself. I don't know how I would have reacted specifically with a man that I did not get a chance to see approach me and grab me to tell me not to touch someone. He might have caught a boom, boop, bang, bang, like, real quick, because he grabbed his arm. So once you grab that arm, that uppercut can come, and then that's going to be followed with a stiff right or left to get you up off me. I don't know, because it's alarming and it's alerting. And in this time, keep your hands to yourself. All that don't touch my daughter stuff. Wow. What are we going to do here? This is a part of a graduation ceremony, and shaking hands is a part of the tradition. So, sir, you got to eat that. And if you did have a problem, that problem should have been addressed prior to graduation, because as you can see in the rest of the film from the graduation, you cause an uproar, anything like that among students, especially seniors. Yeah. And now everybody's day is ruined because you have racial issues. I need you not to have racial issues. All right. So next order of business is Miley Cyrus. I don't know. Did you guys hear about good old Miley Cyrus? Miley said that she was spilling some tea on a private conversation with the Queen, aka Beyonce, about country. All right. So here's what she said. Miley Cyrus recently revealed her private chats with Beyonce. I don't know why she did that. Miley and Beyonce recently collaborated on Two Most Wanted for the 42 42-year-old's last project of Cowboy Carter, which I still haven't listened to. Do you guys like Cowboy Carter? If you do, leave it in the comments. I'm not a fan. It is a continuation of her 2022 album Renaissance, which features a mixture of black dance, disco, and house music. Miley told the magazine that she wrote the song for this Two Most Wanted. She wrote this song like 2.5 years ago. Miley, you're going to tell her, yeah, you might have written the song 2.5 years ago. I don't want to say that. You may have, but nah, come on, Miley. Nobody's been checking for you. Cyrus stated that her mother was always fond of the track. The 31-year-old said, my mom would always go, I love that song so much. When Beyonce reached out to me about music, I thought of it right away because it really encompasses our relationship. Cyrus said she texted the mom of the three, she texted mom of three, meaning Beyonce, and they embody country music because of their upbringing. And there was nothing they had to do to get country. What is Miley Cyrus trying to do? Let's listen to, here's the quote that Miley Cyrus said. I told her, we don't have to get country. We are country. We've been country. She continued, I said, between being from Texas and me being from Tennessee, so much of us is going to be in this song and country, girl. Who is checking for Miley Cyrus? Do we have to do that? So you had to come up and tell this story as if everybody cared about what you had to say in reference to this. This was crazy. This was absolutely nuts. It wasn't worth it, Miley. Chill out, because no one really cared. And that's the article. So somebody found the reason to try to make Miley Cyrus relevant in reference to the song. Anybody heard the song? I haven't. Not checking for it. It's okay. Next story. Did anybody see this weasel-faced person in the news? Let me show you. Bink. Did anybody see what that weasel-faced person has done? I'll show you one more time. Bink. This woman is terrible, y'all. You know what she did? Let me put her picture back up here. This woman, Bink, is a crossing guard. And this crossing guard was arrested after allegedly distributing marijuana and e-cigarettes to middle school children. What? So let's read the story a little bit. A Delaware crossing guard was arrested after students alleged she was distributing marijuana and e-cigarettes to them. Let me get rid of her. Bink. All right. And her name is Kiara Lee. She was taken to jail on the night of June 4th. The crossing guard is from Penwood Middle School. Penwood Middle School students reported that the crossing guard in Darby County, Pennsylvania, in a local news broadcast that she was distributing e-cigarettes. The middle schoolers alleged that the 26-year-old would smoke weed with them. Additionally, the crossing guard alleged texting a student about eating marijuana edibles and their experiences with it. Chief Joseph Gaves stated that marijuana may not seem like a big deal to some folks in the community, but we can all agree that crossing guards should not be providing narcotics, even if it's just marijuana to our kids. Why would you do this? Why in the world would you give marijuana to students? As of this week, Kiara has been charged with marijuana possession with the intent to deliver. Furthermore, she faces a charge of corrupting minors. The police are asking the community to contact the police department if they are concerned about their child's interactions with the crossing guard, which is wild. So how do you guys feel about that? Once again, put the comments into the comment section. I mean, I think the only thing I could feel is absolute anger and rage. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you, because why would a crossing guard do that to why would a crossing guard do that to youth? It doesn't make sense. For that, I might have to give this woman the super sad trombone, because you are today's jackass. Why would you do that? You, ma'am, once again, are today's jackass. What's gonna let's put some booze behind that too. Why would you give minors? Why? Oh, wow. Okay, that sound effect went in. Why would you give minors and then also text minors about weed, marijuana, and all that stuff? That is so. You're a trusted official when you're out there working with people's children, and here you go, actually distributing the things that we're hoping people in this arena would deter them from. You, ma'am, are completely awful. And whatever you get, everything that you get, I hope that you get it, because you definitely corrupted minors. So once again, Miss Ma'am, let's put your face up here. You, ma'am, Kiara Lee, you get this. You are a terrible, terrible, terrible human being. Terrible human being. And social media, you guys never seem to fail me, because you guys went in on her, calling her a I don't even want to say the things that y'all said, because guess what? I don't want our show to get in trouble for it. So with that being said, we're going to move in to our fourth story, which troubles me. This story is about two football players who happen to be brothers, Travis Kelce and his brother, I forgot, Jason. Yes, Travis and Jason. How can I forget Jason? These two guys have openly admitted that they don't wash their feet. Yep, they said it on the Brother Travis's podcast. They openly admitted to not washing their feet, which is amazing to me. Why would you not wash your feet? And why am I not getting you guys comments on my live feed? So yes, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm not getting your comments on my live feed, but that's okay. I figured it out. Yes, they're not washing their feet. And why is she giving them to kids? I have no idea. Hey man, this is a serious issue and a problem. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just catching up to that. Now let's get into these feet. Why don't you wash your feet, Kelcy brothers? They said literally, okay, let's just go straight in. Says dodging feet seems to run in the family, because Travis and Jason Kelce went to social media in a frenzy when they kicked off a debate about their daily scrubbing practices on their New Heights podcast. which is gross. While chopping it up on the show, Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce revealed that they tend to neglect everything below the knees, meaning they do not wash their feet. Jason seemed to double down on his belief while speaking with Travis on their podcast. The retired Philadelphia Eagle football player said anyone who washes their feet is a complete psychopath. So the dude, I don't know if y'all remember who Jason Kelce is. Jason Kelce is the one who isn't with Taylor Swift. Jason Kelce is the one that took off his shirt and turned into, man in the cold and beer guy. Yeah, that guy doesn't wash anything from the knee down. So foot fungus and everything is real with this dude because he does not do that. Quote, if there is visible dirt on my feet, I'll scrub the dirt off. I don't even touch my feet. Why the beep would I wash my feet? I'm not touching my feet unless I'm clipping my toenails. That's the only time I touch my feet, Jason explained. It's the only time he touches his feet. This dude plays football. Let me explain a little bit about football and sports and feet for those who are watching who may not understand about feet and the Frito-Lay's brothers, straight, crunchy, funky feet. Taylor Swift, this is what you're with? So anyway, there's germs inside of those socks. If anybody has a football child, when he removes all his garments and leaves them somewhere, I promise you there is no smell like that. And it doesn't matter if it's a nice day, a rainy day, whatever type of day. It could be a cool day. The level of sweat, funk, and nasty in your shoes, because most people tape their shoes up. So you got a big booty on and you don't wash that. So you step into the shower and say, nah, I'm good. I'm just going to go ahead on and chill. You got to smell that. I don't care what nobody say. You have got to smell that. That is disgusting. Why would you do that to yourself? Please. And so let's go into the next one about who. So the one we got Kelce's quote. The quote once again was, if there's any visible dirt on my feet, I'll scrub the dirt off. If I don't see it, I'm not touching my feet. Why the F would I wash my feet? That's what Kelce said, the brother who is Jason, that's the one who is not with Taylor Swift. Now, the one who's with Taylor Swift says, I'm not washing my feet every time, but after like football practice, like I might, yes, I wash my feet. I'll do it after some training camps, not every practice, some practices. I'll do it after some training camps. I've dealt with some blisters and ish to where I've had to wash my feet. I've gotten to wash my feet. So these guys really don't wash their feet and feel like there is nothing wrong with washing their feet. So I don't know if Taylor Swift would have a problem with knowing that her dude does not wash her feet, but yeah. And absolutely, JL, nothing compares to the stank when they get in the car after practice. Football smell is wild. I don't care what nobody say. If you do not wash your ass from head to toes after football, you have lost your rabbit mind. And Miss Jazz Tolliver, as always, Jazz, what's up? Says, my grandma said you always smell yourself before anyone else does. And yes, you absolutely do. And are they mixed? No, the Kelce brothers are not mixed at all. So there's none. No, they're not. So for people who may not understand, because some people may watch this show and be like, what do you mean wash your feet? Because there's some people out here who don't even use washcloths. They just use soap to skin. And I've also explained to y'all that there's a dude that I have actually eyewitnessed that does not wash his hands consistently. And it doesn't matter if he's one or two, does not wash his hands. gross. Like, so there's a thing. So let's talk about this real quick so we can move on, because this is Men's Mental Health Month awareness. So clearly, let's clear your mind up about why you should wash your feet at the end of the night. Infections, shoes and socks trap sweat from your feet all day, causing them to pick up germs from the ground, from the socks, from everything that you have had inside that shoe. This creates a warm, moist environment that can lead to bacterial and fungal infections. Washing your feet can help prevent these infections. It also prevents odor. Sweating and humidity can make your feet wet and warm, which can cause foot odor. Washing your feet before bed can help get rid of those odors so that you don't bring those into your bed and your other shoes. That's why you need to go ahead and wash your feet. So it's important, people, to wash your feet. These dudes, let's talk about this for a hot second. And please go ahead and yes, Jazz. Yes, that's the comment that I was just about to say. They put sweaty football feet in their bed. So Taylor Swift, and I don't know why I keep messing with her. If Kim was here, she would be like, now, why does Taylor Swift got something? Because if y'all are together, y'all have shared a bed. And inside that bed, you put your sweaty, unwashed practice and game football feet inside of her sheets and covers. Let's talk about that. That's pretty gross. Why would you do that? I have no idea. That to me, that is very disgusting. And when we see her cheering, the first thing this season coming up, because they're going to keep showing her, the first thing I'm going to think is, your dude doesn't wash his feet. Now, there's some dudes that don't wash their ass. Let's call a spade a spade. It's Men's National Awareness or Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I need y'all to be aware that you need to wash your ass too, because there are men who don't wash their ass. They don't think that it's manly to wash the crack of their butt. I need everybody to sit with that for a minute, because there are men who feel like that they could just sit on toilets, not wipe, get up, and roll. Go home, shower, not wash, and go to bed. This is real, and that's pretty disgusting. Yeah, she probably did hire a whole crew to scrub and oil them down every night. And you know what? If you're not going to wash them, then I definitely would suggest getting somebody else to wash them, because how do you get in somebody's bed with nasty feet? And then also nasty booties? Guys, we got to do better. This is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I clearly think that there's something wrong with someone who doesn't decide to wash their butt. All right, let's get off of that subject of nasty feet and all that, and let's get into another story. Now, this story is more so like, what the hell? Could you imagine your luggage being lost? And then once your luggage was lost, they found it at an airport worker's house because you got it tagged. Well, this actually happened in Florida. So let me give you the story. A woman in Florida wasn't playing any games about her missing luggage. Ms. Garcia tracked her bags all the way to the airport worker's home, and now the employee is facing felony charges. According to the Florida Local 10, Garcia had flown on Spirit Airlines. You guys just don't. Why Spirit Airlines? Why Spirit Airlines? So Spirit Airlines, y'all, now not only do y'all completely disrespect people's luggage, now you stealing it and taking it to the crib. What are y'all doing? Spirit luggage, trombone, please. What are you doing, Spirit? Get right, Spirit. All right. According to Florida's Local 10, Garcia had flown on Spirit Airlines, and though she usually flies with her pink hard-shelled suitcase as a carry-on, This time, the airline allegedly made her check her bag. Oh, that sucks. After waiting inside the Terminal 4 at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, Garcia realized her luggage was missing. After 2 hours, she started to panic as her bags hadn't popped onto Carousel 4. Quote, I'm thinking I need my computer because I go to the university. I need my computer no matter what. But while she was waiting in one area of the airport, the accused employee, Junior Bazzelli, had the missing luggage in his possession, and Junior was employed at the airport's retail stores per Local 10. So Junior wasn't even a handler of the luggage. Surveillance footage showed by Local 10 that Junior was going through Garcia's suitcase after taking out her MacBook, 2 Apple Watches, an iPad, and some designer clothing items. Ma'am, I would have never, ever, ever, ever checked that. Once again, you had a MacBook, 2 Apple Watches, an iPad, and some designer clothing. Well, the designer clothing you can't do, but my MacBook, my 2 Apple Watches, and my iPad are not going underneath a Spirit airline plane. It's either going to be cracked or stolen, and yours got stolen. Jesus. Woo. So the surveillance footage showed that it was shared by Local 10 showed Junior going through Garcia's suitcase, and after taking out her Mac, her 2 Apple Watches, her iPad, and some designer clothing, he placed the missing luggage in a clear plastic bag. Meanwhile, Spirit Airline employees assured her that there was no need to worry. She had provided them with her home address so the missing luggage could be delivered once it was located. By the morning, Garcia's Apple Watch was sending signals from a location 15 minutes away from Fort Lauderdale Airport. Still worried about her college schoolwork, Garcia decided to go get her luggage herself. Well, what happened next? Local 10 reports that Garcia discovered multiple suitcases all over the place when she arrived at the address. And they actually give the address. Y'all want the address? The address is 1017 Northwest 11 Court. Now, why did y'all put dude's address out there? That is literally Mr. Bazzelli's address. Junior Bazzelli was determined to be a suspect after Broward County's sheriff offered once to go into the property, or offered him, to give up the property. He denied, and the detectives ran through his house to find not just her property, but others as well. By the time the police spoke to Junior, he had allegedly gotten rid of the stolen items. Prosecutors have charged him with grand theft. If the court determines the case to be a third-degree grand theft, Junior could reportedly face up to 5 years in prison and a fine of $5,000. So this is what Junior does, because they went to Junior's crib. Come to find out, he takes people's stuff. Yeah, Junior gets Donkey of the Year. So Junior said, trombone, baby, you get it. Junior, what are you doing? What are you doing? But clearly though, y'all, Junior was getting away with it because he had multiple suitcases. So with him having multiple suitcases at his location, this is what Junior does. But there is more to the story. Let me see here. It says Spirit Airlines and accused former employees speak out. As mentioned, Garcia was a Spirit airline passenger when the incident occurred. Given that she didn't recover her items, the airline told Local 10 that they gave her courtesy reimbursement. Quote, we issued reimbursement checks to the guest as a courtesy, even though we're not currently aware of any evidence that Spirit employee was involved. Spirit, don't fly with them. It just said there was a video, but then now the person who is their representative, which didn't give a name, says, once again, we'll start from the beginning. We issued a reimbursement check to the guest as a courtesy, even though we are not currently aware of any evidence that Spirit employee was involved in this specific incident. We take any allegations of this nature seriously, and we are investigating the airline rep. There's video. They showed the video. Anyway, meanwhile, the airport said via spokesman that the passengers' bags are responsibly are a responsibility of each airline. It is unclear how the airport employee got a hold of the missing luggage. Additionally, the Paradise Shops, the company that Junior worked for, confirmed that they have fired him as well because he is not a luggage handler, y'all. This dude works at one of the shops. So he's working at the shops, but had access to the luggage, which lets us know that there was an inside job. How did you get access to the luggage? So they're working together. But they have confirmed that they have fired him. They also assured that the media that they're cooperating with the local police. Speaking of the airport and their employees, the Department of Transportation issued a customer-oriented mandate to airline carriers in April. This measure requires airlines to give cash refunds for canceled and extremely delayed flights, although airlines will still be able to offer travel credits or other flight options. Customers have the right to reject those offers. So don't try to give me the ability to travel for free with your airline after you stole my shit. You stole my shit, man. Let's see. If he got caught, he didn't get away with it. No, he did not get away with it. And I would have pulled up like, I want my bags, and I'm gonna blackmail him for some money too. Clearly, because he had a whole operation going on. You had multiple people's suitcase. So clearly, somewhere, somehow, you guys are in like a ring. That's crazy to me. And so that tells us that we need to check our bags, not check our bags, or just not fly Spirit Airlines. I can luckily say I have not been on Spirit Airlines. What about you guys? Has anybody been on Spirit Airlines? And what was your experience? I don't know too many people who have traveled by Spirit who have had positive reviews based upon service airlines from Spirit. So if you had that, leave it in the comments, and then let's see how that went for you. And so coming up, because we are at the 7 o'clock hour, y'all know what comes up at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, we know you ain't flying Spirit, Q still. We know that. What's coming up at the 7 o'clock hour is the messy letter. So let me get that together, and then when we get back, we're gonna get messy and find out. I don't even want to give you guys the headlines, but we're just gonna get messy with the messy letter. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm programmed. Who the hell is we? She ain't here. I am going to take a quick break, and I'll be right back. It'll be less than a minute. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Peace. Hold on. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your man, Coach Block. One half of TDS Radio, but the other person is not here today because Pablo Escobar, aka SoFab Kim, she is gone. So yeah, that sucks. But I got a messy letter. Let's check out this messy letter and see what we got going on. All right. Now, once again, Kim does a way better job than this because she, she can put in punctuations where there should be. I'm reading it just like it is, and the punctuation is trash. All right, here we go. I've been dating this man for 18 months. We met, we clicked, we instantly spent every day together. He moved in after dating for only 8 months. When I met him, he kept talking about his ex. He said he dated her for 7 years, but after being married for 6 months, she wanted out. His grandmother dies. I read the obituary. After his name, his ex is in parentheses, which told me that it wasn't his ex, but he was still married. I said something about it. He kind of shrugged it off. That should have been my first indication that he was a liar, but I forgave him. Throughout our time together, on more than one occasion, I have asked him about the divorce. There is always an excuse. I can't afford it. I thought when I filed for separation, I would be divorced automatically, which is BS. He acts like the sun rises and shines on me. He does laundry, he cooks, he sends little texts all day. He rubs me when I'm hurting. He is very attentive. I love him, but I am not in love with him. I'm not in love with him the way he seems to be with me. I feel empty inside. Our conversations are at times one-sided. He is very non-confrontational. We have never had an argument. It's always whatever you want. It's like he never has an opinion on anything. It drives me nuts. I am beginning to see that this can't work. I told him that we moved too fast. He has become comfortable in this relationship too soon. I never required him to wine and dine me and take me out. I know that's my fault. We just quickly got into this comfortable little routine. I had just lost a childhood friend, and I think he came along during a time when I needed somebody. I need to know and want to know, how can I get him to leave? I just don't know how to tell him. Am I weak, huh? Okay. Anybody want to leave something in the chat about this this grown-ass woman who has contradicted herself in this letter multiple times? It's hard doing these messy letters by yourself. I didn't even do the proper intro. It's definitely difficult to do it by yourself, though. But I'm going to rock with this. This woman, this grown-ass woman, is with this man for 18 months. Inside of this 18 months, this man moves in within 8 months. He is still married. She found out that he was still married from an obituary from his grandmother who passed while these two are in a current relationship. Throughout the time, he's been giving her BS excuses such as, I have asked, the excuses are, I can't afford it. I thought when I filed for separation, I would be divorced automatically, blah, 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 blah. So he gives her all these excuses. Then he does all these nice things for her, which is the side, when they're too nice, something's wrong. I keep saying that, and y'all don't want to believe me. He acts like the sun rises on him, and he rubs the feet. He does the laundry. He cooks. He sends text messages all day, all that. So he does all that to her, but she can't get over the fact that he is still married. He does whatever she wants, and then she says, it seems like he doesn't have an opinion, and now he's also, by the end of this letter, he is lazy. And she feels like he got caught, or she caught him, he caught her while she was in the midst of grieving a childhood friend who had passed. I don't know if people really want the truth. Like, he is earning his keep. Yeah, I guess so. She needs to go tell him and use your grown woman words and end it. Okay. And too many contradictions. That letter should have been much shorter. I know, right? It seemed like I was reading forever. And, I was trying to make sure I read it in a way that you guys can understand it, because there's no true like punctuation of paragraphs and all that. They don't differentiate. It's just all one post. But here's what I will say to her. If you want him out, you have multiple reasons to get him out. One is the fact that he is still actually married. Send him to his ex-wife. He is literally just mooching off you. And he knows how to do it. He's mooching off you because he does laundry, cooks, sends little texts all day, rubs feet when you're hurting, and he's attentive to everything. This is a man who has, put the phone to the side. This is a man who has ulterior motives. Why? Because when you are a man in a relationship, you have time to be attentive sometimes, but the goal of your relationship is to be able to make sure you are providing for your lady. Now, I know some women are going to say you missed the point. Oh, you missed the point and all that. I'm telling you, a man's man works. And when he works and he comes home, it's not that she is the center of his world and everything goes through her. It goes through each other. You feed into him. She feeds into you. Reciprocal, right? It's reciprocal. When you find a man that only feeds into you and keeps doing it over and over and over and over, please check the background. Something is up, because he cannot keep that up. That's no different than the guy that I always joke and say all the time, like with my sister, the dude who opened up every single door while she just moved from place to place like a sim. He was just open up the door, sim, open up the door. You can't keep that up. What's wrong with you, bro? You can't keep that up. So then when you don't keep that up, then it's going to become a problem, because why have you changed? So anybody who's coming in this hot consistently, oh, the world is, I am his world, and what you hiding, bruh? You hiding something. Something's going on. And here's what he's hiding: a whole ass wife. He's telling you he's not divorced. He's telling you he thought he paid for it when he paid for a separation. Now, how in the hell did you think that? Do you have paperwork? All of us who have been married before will gladly show you the paperwork. Show me the paperwork. I need to see that. And if he does not have the paperwork, then he's not divorced. So currently, ma'am, you are loving or letting another woman's husband love on you. And now you want him to go? This is easy. Like, what are we talking about? You just tell him, go home, Roger. Go home. This is easy peasy. But you enjoy being rubbed when you're hurting. You enjoy laundry being done. You enjoy all the benefits that this man is giving you that keeps you numb from being in tune with what you know from your intuition. That's your fault. So no, it's not being weak. You're just enjoying the benefits, and you want him to go now because you're done enjoying the benefits. Don't say, oh, well, I just don't know. I think he's lazy. He's been consistent for 8 months. You just want him out, and you can't get him out now because he's sitting on your couch. Hopefully he washed his feet. What we learn now today is people don't wash their feet. So now what are you going to do? Oh, yes. Yeah, exactly. Have the divorce stuff is in the safe. I just said the same thing. Go home, Roger. Yeah, go home. He can't. It's easy to send him home. let's see. It says within the last 4. No, I'm sorry. That's the wrong letter. Hold on. I'll get back to it. Hold on. All right. So she says, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. Okay, let's talk about that love in love thing. That is the biggest crock of crap anybody can tell you. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And then say we're in a relationship at the same time. Y'all are friends. All right. You can love your friend and not have an infatuation over your friend. You just like the benefits that comes with dealing with this dude because he makes, quote unquote, makes life easier. But you have to decide what you want. Is it worth your peace to continue this? Of course, this man is going to say whatever you want. For example, she said, when we have arguments, it's always whatever you want. Of course it is. He has no place to live. He has no place to live. So of course that's what's going to happen. He's going to say, well, whatever you want. Why? Because he can't go home. You need to be finding out why this man can't go back home. Like, this is an issue. Why are you not divorced? Why can't you go back home? Now, here's what I'll tell you. Divorce cost. It's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you some time. And for a man, if this is the case, it's going to cost you some money. But I'm going to give you a tidbit of information. If you are living anywhere in a state similar to North Carolina, you can be sued because you are sleeping with this man or this woman's husband and he is not divorced. That wife can sue you. Is it worth it? I don't think so. I think at this point in time, you need to put your big girl draws on and say, I need you to go. This is not working, and be okay with that. There's a part of you that doesn't want to be alone either because you're going along with it. This is your home. This is your house. He moved in with you. You now want him out. And now you're telling me and making excuses about why you can't get him out. That is crazy work. That's crazy work. I don't understand that. I don't understand how another human being can't say, I want you out. And it's my house. Now, if it's you guys' house joint, it's a little harder. But your house, you still married? He's still married? Like baseball, you're out of here. Get him out. Like, that's not hard. That's not a hard thing to do. And to look for a cosign by saying, I'm weak, huh? No, I'm not going to call you weak. I'm just saying that you also enjoy the benefits that he provides. You just don't want him in the house. So express that to him. If you choose to be a side piece, cool. Be a side piece until he gets his divorce, and, get him out. Tell him he needs, X amount of time to get a place. Because what I didn't hear throughout this entire letter is a job. I didn't hear that he works. Did anybody hear that he works? I did not hear that he works at all. Let me read some of these comments here. I wonder if these people ever hear these letters being read. Imagine the guy come across the reading of this letter. Well, now she ain't got to tell him. Right, we did it for you. Call me the Lone Ranger. Get out. Yes, especially if he is still married. Yeah, the still married thing sucks, man. Why are you even keeping up this charade? And you're still married. So your question is, am I being weak? So let's answer her question. You guys can answer it in the comment section and I'll read it and I will give my final answer to this lady. I don't think you're being weak. I think you enjoy what you're in. You like the benefit of it. You just don't want him in your house. You like the fact that he does these things for you. You just don't want him in your crib. And because if you're really upset about the marriage is just an excuse that you're using in your mind to say, okay, I need to get him out. But if you really wanted him gone, then you would just get him gone. You know what I mean? There's not going to be anything that's going to hold you. So I'm not going to say that you're weak. You're trying to decide how you can still have your cake and eat it too. That's what I read here. You want to be able to still have the fact that he, will drink your bath water, but just not in my house. And so the answer is tell him that you're still married. You're not divorced. You have to go. Give him a certain amount of time to be able to get out and roll, because the last thing you want is to end up knocked up playing this game inside your home. And it's only a matter of time. Y'all only been together, dating for 18 months. And we can't even say dating because he's married. So you've been a side piece for 18 months. It's quite some time. And you've allowed another woman's husband to live with you for 8 months out of that 18 months. So God don't like ugly, and you need to go ahead and figure out how you're going to handle this expeditiously, and then move on and stop playing both sides of the fence, because that's what you're doing here. And then that's my answer. Anybody else got any answers? No romance without finance. You're being irresponsible, and no job. That's why, like I said, open all the doors over the conversation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so at this point in time, lady, kick rocks. And that was a short, messy letter, guys. It's so things move so quick without Kim, because I don't have the jokes to bounce off of her, but I do have another messy letter. So let's read it. All right. I'm engaged to a guy who has become lazy. He is a good guy, but seems to have lost interest in having fun with me. We hardly go out, and when he goes out, which is seldom, he never invites me. We rarely have sex, maybe once a week, and we rarely do anything anymore aside from sleeping beside each other. I've tried talking to him, but lately I've been nagging a lot about our recent disconnection, which I'm sure isn't going to make things change or make things better. But I truly don't know what to do. I have attempted to spice things up, but when I attempted a month ago or so, he blew the evening off. I don't even know what to do because I truly love him, but I am petrified. Is this what marriage is like? Is this what things are going to be? Please help. Sounds like you may have a man, which this is great to talk about. This sounds like depression. It sounds like there's something mental going on. I'm not going to jump straight to the man is cheating. But I will say that there is something possibly going on mentally, which may be triggering emotions to where he might not be engaged with you on that department. Because I don't see, besides like going out and having fun, and it doesn't say that he doesn't have a problem with going to work. So that laziness is just laziness that's being fed into the relationship. And that may come with what we were talking about yesterday, men suffering in silence. So he may be suffering in silence. And with that being said, he is, these other things are a part of it. So a byproduct of it. So not having the sex, not wanting to go out, because clearly he's home. But then you said when he goes out, he doesn't invite you. So he might be tired of you. He's checked out. Let's see. He didn't lose interest. This is who he is. He played the romance guy to make you fall in love. So it's harder for you to leave him. Ouch. And he checked out, and I believe he was depressed before her, but he was tired of being alone. I mean, that to me, that could very well be the case. Like in this situation that I'm reading, it just like, I see this guy more so depressed than I do anything else. And it's unfortunate because this is the part of men communicating the fact that you are depressed or that something is wrong. at some point in time, you do have to open up about what's going on because you're engaged. And yes, you do want to make sure you put your best foot forward. But what has happened and what has changed? Everybody grows, but everybody doesn't grow at the same time. And so if you have grown to a point where it does not make sense to you of what's going on, rather than shut down, communicate. Or if this person has disconnected from what you kind of like, and maybe you have the same question, like, is this what marriage is going to be like? Then y'all need to sit down and have that conversation. What marriage is like is not what marriage should be like, is not telling us your business, but telling him everything you wrote in this letter and have a conversation about it instead of just taking a checklist and observing him and then making a judgment without communicating to him. That sucks. So don't make a checklist behind his back and then not tell him, but then write a letter like, help me, help you. You need to talk to your fiance, ma'am. But you know, what it sounds like here is depression. This flat out sounds like a depressed dude. Like, not interested in sex, doesn't want to go out, basically just sleeping and being disconnected. I can tell you from personal experience, man, I was that type of person myself. And I was hella depressed. Being transparent, in my previous marriage, there was something that happened in my marriage, or there's something that happened in my business world, which I've talked about before. I had an idea that was stolen from me, and the person reaped the benefit of $1 million from my idea. And I was stuck. When I tell you I was stuck, I would go to work, I would come home, shower, and I would sit in the same section, the same seat, and I would disconnect from everybody, from the kids, from the woman, everything. And I was depressed. I didn't know how to specifically handle it. I didn't know where to go with it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. And it wasn't that I, at the time, loved her less. I just didn't know. In my mind, I didn't know where to go next. And this man might be there, especially with you guys being engaged. He may not, in his mind, he might be thinking 2-3 steps ahead of like, what do I do? Where do I go? What's going on? How do I feel? And you might need to calm him down. He might be over anxious about the marriage and feeling, that he might not be ready or some things like that. But I wouldn't go to social media and look for answers. That's where I wouldn't go. Because then you'll get in the habit of doing that. Even when you guys are later in your relationship, you'll get in the habit of coming to other devices rather than talking to your spouse, which the number one thing you need to do is talk to him, talk to your spouse. That never gets old. It may not always be the answer that you like, but at least it's going to be an answer that you can now decide which way you're going to move based on information from both sides of the table. When you try to make that decision based upon only the information that you have, you are not only robbing that person, but you're also robbing yourself, because there may be a fix that is not that hard, or a word or a conversation that makes everybody be like, oh, well, you too. And now you guys can share in the fact that maybe we're a little anxious right now, or maybe we're moving too fast, or maybe, there's things that you can do. But, to call the person just flat out lazy and then not have anything behind that is wrong. So yeah, don't do that. That's not cool. Take some time to have some conversation with him. When you have conversation first with yourself and you're able to handle whatever it may be. All right. So those are the messy letters. I want to give a couple shout outs because, like I said, it's an early day. When I don't have SoFab Kim, it's not a lot to, no bounce back. And I appreciate you guys holding me down. We got comments. I'm sorry, I didn't see them. Side note, I just read today that there are about 6 million men who suffer from depression in silence. Absolutely. And I am one. I have been one. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the work that I have done to fight not feeling right. Something's off. It's hard. It's hard to admit it. It's hard to acknowledge it. It's hard to get in that position and say, I need help. It's hard to be vulnerable. All these things it's very tough. But when you do find that community or that person and you're able to just get out what's in your head, oh man, it makes you feel so much lighter, because now what has troubled you or what has ailed you or what has caused any of those issues is now just out. Now you can process and start to deal with some of the things, some of the variables that have been causing you to stumble over the process of being the better you, because you finally got it out of your mind and it's on paper or somebody's giving you information back in return. So please, once again, take advantage of what we're having. And it's not just for men, but we're targeting men. So when you have access to a therapist that'll be on the 12th, the 19th, and then the 26th, please make sure you ask the questions. And once again, he's coming in talking about closing the tabs, but that does not necessarily mean specifically men. Is it centered around men? Sure. But does it mean it's only for men? Absolutely not, because you might be able to gather some information to share with your significant other. So allow me to go over what he'll be talking about again. So June 12th, which is next Wednesday, it'll be closing the tab, discovering the hidden impact of unresolved issues. June 19th, refresh and restore, the healing power of closing the old chapters. And then June 26th is living your best life with a clear mind and an open heart. So those are the topics that he will have next month. And I really would like everybody to really engage with that and dig deep into that, ask questions and all that while he's here. He does have an itinerary. And then also the healing consultant will be with him as well. So, I mean, that's a huge deal, man. And I want to make sure this is used as a resource. Like I said, this is not a place that we joke and laugh, but we also want to build up and make sure we can operate in our society and function properly without being in these fogs and then being with not being our most authentic self. So let's work on that, and let's enjoy those things. I'll make sure that the graphic is posted on all of our social media channels so that everybody can know and everybody can tune in. Like I said, it'll be 7:00, June 12th, June 19th, June 26th. And we'll go from there. And I floated through that stuff. I don't know why I did that so fast, but I floated through that stuff. And I need to find out why you guys your comments aren't popping up here, but they are popping up over here on the computer screen. That is crazy. But I do appreciate everybody for tuning in. This is TDS Radio, man. I hope everybody has a good night. TDS Radio, our voice, our culture. Peace.